Okay everyone, my highlight of the fortnight, seriously, I don't think it's going down to the banks every day, which I haven't done for a couple of days. It's going down to Willy's milk bar and getting the coins. Now the last time I got them, I had to wait a month just to get $110 off him. So I've gone down, I think there was only 8 days ago, but I had to wait a month for them. Anyway, I've gone there today. He had $200 worth, so I've just thrown them in the bag like I do, and I've just piled it out here. And again, I don't look at them because I don't want to look at them. so anyway, so I've got $200 off him. So I've got which a rare occasion off him, extremely rare, getting 5-cent pieces. So there's $10 of fives. There's $50 of ones. Oh, look, I've got another $10 of fives, so I've got a lot of fives to go through here. So that's $20 of fives, $50 of twos, $10 of 50s, it's 100 of twos. I better go through these again. So I've got 100 of twos, 50 of ones, 20 of fives, 10 of 50s, 10 of 10s, and 10 of 20s. So I can't wait anyway, because there's always something in here, you know, the 50-cent pieces, $2, anyway, and the 5 cents, who knows what we're going to find in there. That's the most I've ever had off him. So I'll get into it and we'll see what we can find today. At the $1, there was nothing in the $2, absolutely nothing. There was about 4 2001 to check that they were all the small head, and there was 3 1999 $2 with, and they were all the large head variety, no small head, no 98s, no 2000s, no 1993s, no 2011s, no changeovers, nothing. So we'll have a look, see what we get in here. $50 of $1. There we go. So I turned it back over, but it's out of focus. This coin here, as I moved these coins off, look how nice it is. And I'll zoom down on it. Somebody might pick up straight away what this coin's going to be when I turn it over. And it's actually one of the ones that I told Potato Man to look out for. That you can get mint marks on these. You'll find mint marks on them. CBSM, stamped just here. And they're like 60,000. This one, as soon as I saw the date on it, 1995, I turned it over and look at that, and it's in beautiful condition. That's worth some money, that one. That's a 1995 whilst in Matilda, and it's got the C mint mark on it, that one. So C mint mark, that'll be a higher mintage than the Sydney and Melbourne and Brisbane ones, which are worth more money. And I haven't found one of them. Well, I've only just started noodling again since November 2020, or December 2020 actually. But I've been doing all this from 1998 right through till about 2009, I suppose, 2010. So I did it for a long time, and I found a few of these, but I think they were all C's, and I found one B. And I did have a full set that I'd bought as well. But anyway, not worry about that. But that's a beautiful coin from Willy's milk bar again. He's always got something here. I've only just started, I haven't even put them together yet to check. So, what a great start. Walser Matilda, 1995. So yeah, the mintage on them is 171,000. But the S for Sydney was 55,000, the B for Brisbane was 74,000, and the M for Melbourne was 76,000. And there was also 2,500 coin proof coins as well, and 20,000 silver proof coins with no mint marks on those. Yeah, so what a great find. Anyway, brilliant. I'll keep looking. So after checking that $50 of $1 coins, not too bad at all, I think. I got a 2014 Mobberoos, 1 million mintage on them, extremely low. So they're like, I think the third lowest. If you count the 2020 JC MOR, if they're there at 330,000, but they're a mystery. I don't know if anyone's ever found one. It's mint sets. And the 2016 changeover, which is a Mobberoos on the back, and they're 560,000. So this makes him number 3 at 1 million. It's very low. And then some, well, commemorative coins. Real lucky. Got a 1995 Waltzing Matilda with the C mint mark, which means it was minted at the Canberra Mint at 171,000. The last time I had one of them and I sold them back in early 2000 stuff, they were going for $40–45. And I've looked them up, and seriously, they're selling from $3.50 to up to $15. You can get the silver for about 25 bucks, I saw. So they have just dropped off in value. Huge drop off, massive drop off in value. So they're 10 times less worth than they were back early 2000s. Amazing. So I thought it was a $40–45 coin. It's in that condition, $4.55, $50 coin by them. It could push 10 or something, but it looks like, you know, somewhere between, I'd say $5 and $9 if I was lucky. But a lovely coin, lovely condition. That one, 1995. Really nice. So anyway, yeah, nice coin, hard to find, and another mint mark coin to be looking for out there. So you can get them with the B, the S, the M, and the C. This is the 1995 Waltzing Matilda. That's the C mint mark right there. Minted at the Canberra Visitor Centre, 171,000 they minted. And then lovely, got a 2018 Anzacs, 2 million on that. Sorry, not 2018, 2016 Anzacs at 2.9 million. I thought it was a 2018. It's actually got it's been struck through on the bowl of the 6, and it's pushed up a bit, and it actually looks like it's sort of linked a bit, as it looks like an 8. But anyway, that's nice, 2016 Anzacs. And a V for Vegemite, 2019 Australia Post Treasure Hunt release, which they just released this Monday, the 2021 A to Zs, which I've got many of, and quite nice designs in them too. So, yep, 380,000 on those ones. So yeah, 4 nice coins from the milk bar. These two, they're really hard to get these. Really, really hard. And this one, well, I have found them before in circulation with the mint marks. I think I had a B, a couple of C's and a B. But that was a long time ago. So somebody spent it down at the shop. Thank you again. So we'll check the 50 cents. Okay, after checking that $10 of 50 cent pieces, that's all it was. I got a really nice 25 million minted 1977 Queen Silver Jubilee. Beautiful condition. Lovely. Don't even know if it's got any bag marks on there. I don't think it's been hit. So beautiful condition. And then another 2019 from down there at Willy's. That's got to make, this is 4, I had 5, so I gave one traded one away, and that I think that would be 3 from his shop. Unbelievable. So anyway, 240,000. Beautiful coat of arms, 2019. Extremely hard to find. Well, in some areas of Australia they are. And just here, in my little patch, I keep finding the odd one, which is extremely hard to do. So that's nice. And then this one here is a 2008. It's just weird, you know. I'll just study it, and I'll show it up close, but they're just really nicely pushed in. And this one's been pushed in, and then it replicates it on the other side. So the machine that did it must have had big, you know, slim but strong, because for that thin point there, it would just snap because it's cut into that side and it's cut into that side, and it's only thin at that end. So with tools, unless it was really thick on top, thick pair of scissors coming down, not scissors, but they'll be industrial cutters, and yeah, cut into that. But that looks like what's gone on. Somebody's chopped it with a industrial cutters, and then done it with something different on these ones, because they're square flats in there, and there's no cut, there's no chunk of steel. They're extremely clean done, really cleanly done. And on the top, it's a really good looking pattern. It's just one of those curiosities, but definitely a backyard job. There's no worries about that. Somebody a bit bored, I'd say in a foundry or car making, somewhere where extremely heavy machine is needed to cut metals, because that's what that is. That's not just side cutters on there. There's not a chance in hell. These are too strong, way too strong. There's no way. So that's industrial. Somebody's just put in the machine, and it's like the old ticket cutters. It's square edge, but I'll do a close up on that. Curiosity, really nice. I'll keep it too. So we'll do 20 cents now. So this is the 2008 50-cent curiosity piece that somebody's put those presses into it. You know, they're not really cut, so they've pressed down into it. And then this one here, it was a different tip on the end of the well, huge press machine, cutting machine, whatever they were using, and it cut into that. I'll turn it over. On the other side, just replicates it exactly. Exact same. So just the curiosity, somebody got bored and got the machine on it, but you know, it looks like they spent a bit of time on that to get it right, what they were trying to do. It looks like they were trying to scallop the thing, but they gave up. And I'd say they started with the big one first and then went the small one. Or they were trying to cut through it and they couldn't. I'll stand it up on end so you can see what this pattern looks like looking down on it. It's really good. Anyway, just one of those curiosities that somebody's done in their boredom. That's giving you a look from straight down on top, how they've cut it. And I'll see if I can hold it to go to the next one. There. So that goes down to the long cut that they did. And then they moved it across. But yeah, they just... Anyway. Some things just catch you. You might think they're rubbish or whatever, but sometimes they got a bit of art in them. I like that anyway. Even though it's been chopped in, but it just looks cool. Alright, so I'll put that in with my other curiosities. just wanted to show you with that 2019 that I just got from that lot of coins from the milk bar. That's why I've got 4 in there. That makes 5. I thought I had 3. So I've got, I thought I gave one, swapped one, and I had 3 left, but I must have had 5. Oh, I did, because I just found one in that last loot, that's why. So yeah, so I'm back to what I was with 5. And then these are the JC 50-cent pieces. 17, 18. I've got 18 JCs and I've got 5 IRB 2019 50 cents. So you can see that these are looking 4 times what these are, and these are 240. So if it's right at that rate, they're going to be 900 to 1 million. These. Anyway, just thought I'd show you. That's my accumulation from December 2020. Look, I had to show you while I was going to stack them up to check them, because I put them into my piles like I do there, and then so I could flip them over easy and bring them up closer. And look, it never fails there and then. 2001 Queensland 20 cent Federation, beautiful. Heaps of errors are found on these ones, heaps of cut errors, the feet filled in, die cracks, yeah, although you can find this pretty, get a lot of errors on this one, the Queensland one. I think they're 2.3 million for the Queenslands, but they're all 2 million to 2.3, so they're very low mintage. But I was saying in my other video when I found a couple that you just don't come across these anymore. They're really hard to find. So nice. See what else we got in here. Oh, another one, eh? Amazing. Oh, and that I'll show you while I'm doing this. I've just pulled these out. Look, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can I show them there? Yeah. And that one already. I've only just started off the top and seen them. I've got 3 Federations and 2 Queenslanders, even though they might be the 2.3 million, which I think they are higher than the others at 2. I think South Australia, Queensland 2.3. They're extremely hard to find. I haven't checked them for errors yet, or if they've got the variety as well. These all come in varieties. You can get IRB all joined, I spaced RB joined, and all spaced IRB on the front of these. There's 3 different obverses to find. So that means technically like 27 coins, because there's 9 coins to get if you want to get all of them. But I don't think every single state has all 3 available to get. Some might be just the one, which will be all joined, and then some are all joined and IRB, all spaced, or a combination anyway, and some are all 3, so you got to look and check. So I take a guess that there's probably around 20 varieties to get out of those 9 coins, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, so anyway, we'll keep going, but there are 3 of them, and the 2003. Okay, after checking that huge $10 worth of 20 cent pieces, I've got 3 really good coins. Nice one here, but mainly these 3 here. So what we've got is a Queensland 2001 Federation and another Queensland 2001 Federation. They're 2.3 million for those ones. The South Australians are 2.3 million as well. All the other 7 are 2 million. And then I've got a Norfolk Island at 2 million. 2001. I've checked them all. All of them are all joined IRB on these ones. So they're the what I would class as the standard. The other 2 is the I spaced RB joined and the all spaced. has been the other two varieties. And a lovely 2003 Australia Year of Volunteers, making a difference at 7.5 million. Very nice. I got, I think, two in the last noodle, two federations that I didn't have, and this time I don't have the Queensland, and I got two of them. They're really hard to find, the Queensland, even though they're 2.3 million. It's really weird that, but they are. So I've got 7. I'm missing Northern Territory and New South Wales. That's the only 2. And it's funny, I used to get heaps of New South Wales. They were pretty regular. Yeah, I need those 2, and I'll have a set of 2001 20-cent pieces. Now, on top of that, I did say when I was talking about these that these coins, the Queenslands, get heaps of errors on them. They get all their feet filled in here. You can get different feet. You can get all of them. You can get the 19 all filled in, the 0, the 9. You can get die cracks. You got to look all over them. You can get cuds and die cracks on them. And so anyway, this one's no exception. This one, which is the lovely, nice condition one, is an error coin. And right under the eye there, on the Queen's hair, is a nice long cud. There's a die chip, die's chipped out, and there's a cud on there. I'll do a close-up of that one so you can see it. So yeah, nice error coin. Scarce coins, and makes that even scarce for the error to find. So yeah, real nice score, that one. So this is the 2001 Queensland 20-cent piece. Anyway, just under the eye there, you can see nice die chip, which has caused a cud. So it's caused a nice, I don't know, maybe mil and a half, I suppose. Anyway, that's the Queensland one, and that's the ones you want to look out for lots of errors. You get them on this parts too. On the other side, you'll get that 9 filled, all the feet there. You can get the feet filled. That one at the top isn't filled, that's how it is, but the other ones will fill like that. The shoes, you'll get them filled up. You'll get the heel on the first 2 and the front one on the second one. You'll get the 2 and the 0s all filled up. You can get die cracks off them, the whole lot. So check your Queensland ones right over for errors. I'll just have a look here while I'm got it close up. No. So just that one side on the top of their head there, or top of their hair for the Queen. Yeah, lovely. 2.3 million, scarce errors to find, as well as the coins now. So, come on, Willy's Milk Bar. Got the 10 cents and the 5 cents still to go yet. So, not doing too bad, I'll tell you. Okay, we'll check the 10s next. At $10 of 10-cent pieces, well, again, done okay, I've got to say, for 10 bucks. So lovely, 1991, very low mintage, 3.1 million. And there it is right there in Willy's coins. You don't come across the 91s and the 85s. You know, you don't come across them very often. Pretty hard. And the 2019 here, low mintage, that's the same mintage as, well, it's roughly the same. It's 3.9, 3.1. The 2018 10 cents is equivalent to the 1991, and they're hard to come by. So it's got the lyrebird on the back. Very nice. And then I've got a 2020, and that one has no mintage figure as yet. I've got just a couple of them. I just keep the best ones that I find, and luckily with 10 cents and 5 cent pieces you can find nice coins all the time in a lot of years, because they stay pretty good because they're small and not used properly. They're probably put into money boxes more. So that's nice condition, very nice condition, nice low mintage, 3.9, 3.1, no mintage. And I got a 2001 large head variety, which is very good. You find them. Same with the 1999 large heads. There was 4 coins in here that 1999s. They were all the small head, but no variety there. But this one I got the 2001 variety, and the IRB underneath the Queen's head is all spaced. I've kept this one here because it's the standard I spaced RB joined, and I'll show that up close, and I'll show this with as the equivalent, as the comparison, so you'll be able to see it. So that's nice, large head, no mintage figures, but look out for them. Good to look for with the 10 cents. I just grab them all and put them to the side and then check them after you're done. You know, instead of doing it individually. So if you find a 2001, put it aside. If you find a 99, put it to the side. And any coins that you do, any denomination, if you find stuff, don't check it right then and there. Just put them to the side in their piles and check them afterwards so you can spend time on them in case you miss anything. Anyway, that's excellent. So I'll do a close-up for that one. This is the 2001 10-cent piece, and the IRB are all spaced. There's a gap between the R and the B, very minor. And when I show you the 5-cent piece, you're going to see what I'm talking about. It's very minor on this. The 5-cent piece is even smaller, way smaller. And that's a bit closer up. So there's a gap between the I to the R, and there's a gap between the R and the B. That's sans serif, so there's no tops to the I, there's no tips at the back of the R or the B. Serif is where the I has the T-bars at top and bottom, the R has the kick out at the top and bottom of its left side, and the B has kick out at the bottom and top on its left side. But these don't have it, these are just plain text. They don't have serifs on the side. So this is what we've got to look out for on the 2001 5-cent piece as well, and it's the RB gap is the one on the 5-cent piece, which is hard to distinguish. So that's the 10-cent piece, 2001 large head 10-cent piece, all spaced IRB. So I thought I'd show you, this is a 2001 10-cent piece, my comparison coin, and you can see the I on this is like not a potato chip, but it's got T-bars going across top and bottom. You can see the R has the spikes off the top and at the bottom, and you can see the B also has them, which joins up that R. So that is the serif. That is the I spaced RB joined. Alright, so the all spaced always has sans serif, which is no T-bar, no kicks at the back of the R and no kicks at the back of the B. They're just straight backed. The I straight, the R straight backed, the B straight back. So that's the difference as well, which you can try and look at on the 5-cent piece, but extremely hard at that small size. So there you go. So that's the example of the standard 2001 head and the large head I've just shown you. So we'll see what the 5 cents are going to do, and I'll judge them by all those in there, which I'll show now. It's 2 bags, 400 coins all up just in there. So yeah, there's 200 coins in there, and they're so small. These are really hard. I don't stack them. These out flat. So these and the $2 I do the same. I just spread them all out flat and check them all for their errors. Okay, after checking that $20 of 5-cent pieces, which was 400 coins just on its own there, quite a lot. But I found a few coins here that, well, you don't find every day, that's for sure. So another good haul here. All up there's 16 coins I'm going to keep out of this lot. So I'll go here first to start off. So we've got two 2016 changeover 5-cent pieces. Very nice. 4.3 million on those. There's no errors on them. I've been seeing you can get CUDs and little things on the kangaroo and that, so look out on those 5 cents for some errors. But yeah, they're lovely 5 cent with the echidna. SD down here, Stuart Devlin for the initials. So yeah, very nice. And then we'll move on to here. Two 1991, two 1993, and a 1994. I'm missing 1992 out of here. I had a few, I checked them, but they weren't there. And what these are the varieties of these 5 cent pieces. 91, 92, 93, 94. They all had a variety of large SD initials on the reverse side. So same as the SD on that one. But on these ones, the SD under here is massive compared to the standard 5 cent piece. They come out and the S is it looks like it's stretched. And the best way I look at it, it looks like, you know, a cobra coming out of a basket. No basket at the bottom, but the shape of the S neck and the turnover of the head, it looks like a long, tall cobra. So, and that's what they are. They're a large SD. They're probably maybe a quarter bigger, and that's all over. So it makes them big, about a quarter in dimensions, in size difference. So you can pick them up. You will see them. Best and easiest way is just keep all your 91s, all your 92s, 93s, 94s together. You're always going to get the standard SD that's on it. It's not a small SD, it's just a standard SD. And you just keep it and compare. And you'll see when you find one of these, because like I said, it looks like this long, stretched out S. So I got great 2 1991s, 2 1993s, and 1 1994. 92s, yeah, they're, gotta say, they are hard to come by. I've sort of tried to think of which ones are the harder ones to find, and you know, I've got to say they're all just as hard as each other. I'll put the 93s as the hardest. These two here is the hardest, because if I remember, I get 91s, I get 92s, I get 94s, and I think it's the 93s. But irrespective, they're all hard to find. I can't believe I got 5 of these, let alone having 1 of any of them, any date. So to have 5 is just, well, that's huge. Huge. If anyone does these and looking for these things, you're going to see what I'm talking about, because you might check heaps and only get 1 or none. So to have 5 of 3 of the 4 dates you can get, well, that's amazing. If I got if a 1992 was there and I had a full set, well, that would have been near on impossible. I've never done that, ever. In 20 years, never. So that's as close as I can get, 3. So look out for them. I've got videos on these on its own, close-ups. Go and have a look at it and you'll see the difference between the large SD and the small SD. I won't do close-ups because I've got heaps of videos, but I've got one specifically just for that. So go and look at the large SD close-up video I've done. Then here, I scored a large head 2001. And again, I got video on these two. I think it might be on the 20 cents. It makes no difference. Any 2001 that is a large head by variety will have the IRB underneath, all spaced. And this is an all spaced IRB variety, so that's extremely hard to find. And the reason for that is I'll bet 99% of people out there will never split that R and B. Where it is split, it's not connected. But 99.9% of people will probably toss this as being, well, an I-spaced RB joined. So a lot of people will have huge trouble identifying this coin. It's another one of those that are extremely hard to identify when you're looking for the all-spaced IRB on this. The standard's I-spaced RB joint. Unfortunately with this, the I is spaced to the R, and the R to the B is so small, the gap, seriously small, that 99% of people are going to think that that is actually joined, and it's not. They're different fonts to start with. These are sans serif, which means it's straight up and down I, looks like a chip. The R doesn't have any blips coming off, any serifs coming off on the back of it, and the B is straight backed. It doesn't have them either. The standard, the I spaced RB is serif. So the I has little bars on the top. The R has bars coming off the back of it, which is the serifs. And the B also has bars coming off it, which is the serifs. So they're different fonts too. So you can look for that, and that's still hard on these as well. Because the I, even though it's sans serif, the standard is serif, they still look the same. So the only way is the R doesn't have any blip backs on it for the serif, and the leg of the R just stops square. The B, when it starts, it's flat back, but they've put it right on the foot of the R, right on it. Like, if that's the back of the B, this leg of the R comes down to like this much. I'm serious, that much. Like, so close that you've got to be able to pick it up 20 times mag or an electric magnifier. And if you get it and you look down this way, don't look up that way, look from this way with a 20 times, and you'll see that there's a valley between the two, between the R and the B. There's a valley, and it's minor, and that's a large head. Very, very, very hard to find. Extremely hard to find. It's going to take people a lot of experience, a lot of coins, a lot of checking to get where I'm coming from and to see this and to understand that these all spaced large head 5-cent pieces, the gap between the R and the B is 0.00001 mil. It is minor. So have a go at finding them and see if you can find yourself an all-spaced large head 2001 5-cent piece. Extremely hard for them. This is the 2001 5-cent piece, and I've done it a little bit back so you can see it's the 01. I'll turn it over. See, it's the 5 cents. And so I've just done it so you can see it from that distance away, and that R and the B are the all spaced. So these letters on there, the font is serif font, which means they've got no, or supposedly not to have any serifs kicking off the back of them or on the top of the I's or the B. It's supposed to be straight back, but I'll show you up close. This is a little bit closer, and I'll see if I can dig out. I've got a 2001 5 cent there with the I spaced RB joint, so you can see the difference there. But unfortunately for Mr. Ian Rank Broadley. These are supposed to be sans serif, but he decided to curve the B for a start on the back. So the B is curved on there, and he decided to give the B a kick out at the bottom, like a serif, where it should be straight down. The eyes, well, they're small in the way they mint. They can move a little bit and you can look like you've got tops on them, but that should be straight up and down like a chip, fish chip, you know, to eat. And the R, straight down the back. And the R leg stops square, it's not rounded and joined into the bottom of the B, which is how the RB joined is. They're always, the leg off the R is always into the bottom bowl of the B. But he decided to put a serif at the bottom of the B, which makes the gap even smaller. But because he give it a bit of flair where it shouldn't have been, it's a half serif, half sans serif. And so it's put that R and B right next to each other, absolute minor gap between there. But the R and the B on the joined RB are straight into the bottom of the B. So I'll see if I got one of them to show you the difference there, but that's why these are extremely hard to find, is that serif bit at the bottom of the B, and the fact the B is curved pushes it right close to that R leg. But the R is straight down, that right leg is straight down, no curve, no nothing. And that's a large head, 2001 5-cent piece. So this is the I spaced RB joined 5-cent piece, 2001, and you can see the I has its T-bars at top and bottom. It's a little bit minted good so you can see it. The slightest of movements making these coins just about, you know, Kel's trying to decide which is which in these large head and standard head, and the R and B are joined in this. If you lifted it up and looked at it from the bottom, you would see that there's actually a straight bottom connection between those two. They're straight across like that if you look at the bottom, whereas the other one, if you look from the bottom or top, best from the top, looking down from the queen's head down through, you'll see the smallest of gaps, on the large head, and that's the difference, is there's the smallest of gaps, and this one is actually joined. It doesn't go into such a round boot like I said with the 20-cent piece does, but it's joined, and if you look at the bottom looking up towards the queen, you'll see that it's got a flat bottom across there where it's joined. Sometimes you can look from here and it gives you the impression that it is split because of the way it's joined, but it's the bottom of it you need to look at and you'll see it's joined. The serifs on them, serif, it looks like the B, he did the same B on both, just put the serif at the bottom. The R's got a little bit of stroke at the top and a little bit at the bottom on the left side. The I's got what it should, the T-bars top and bottom, but they got to be minted really well to see everything with the actual type of font. So anyway, that's the two, so good luck with those, identifying them, but they're extremely hard to find. That's the all spaced IRB. It's got the slightest of gaps between the R and the B. Minute. So if you look from the bottom, you won't see any flat bar across there. There's actually a gap. The RB joined. If you look from the bottom up towards the queen, you'll see there's a flat bar across where it's joined. It's not broken. I'm going to get back to those two. So here, unbelievable again, I've got 6 2008 inner rim error coins, and as far as I'm concerned, they're both mint error. It means it was an error on the planchet prior to being struck, and it was caused from the planchet punch. been blunt, worn, and miscutting the planchets cleanly. I've done a video, it's a close-up, and it's headed with the 1999 10-cent inner rim is the heading of it, and I've also put in there for the 2008 5-cent and the 20 cents. Have a look at that, because in there I explain where I'm coming from with how this was done, and I do a crude model which worked out absolutely perfect of how I believe it was done. So where it came from and how it was created. And the model was so crude, but I tell you, when you see it, it fell into place exactly as a test model should. And it created these inner rims. And it's before it gets minted, or what you might want to call a planchet error from the punch that punched them out. And so sometimes with these ones, this one here is a full 360 on both sides, and that's the first one I found for quite a long time on these 5-cent pieces. All the ones I've been finding have been on either the obverse or the reverse. Some of them full 360, some of them only 270, some of them just half moon that side, half moon this side, on either sides. But this is the first one that I've found for quite some time that has actually got a full 360 on both sides of it. And standing out lovely, as good as what a mule would look like. And that's the problem, people are trying to pass these off as a mule, but the fact is we don't have any coins smaller than this to fit in there. So there's no mule on these. That inner rim, beautiful looking, and both sides, really nice all the way around both sides. So that's an extremely hard one to find, extremely hard, both sides being done. And so these ones are all either on the obverse or the reverse. So I got 6 there, 5 really good, and they don't come up this much. Normally, I've gone through heaps. I haven't kept one in hundreds of dollars of 5-cent pieces. I'm pretty sure I haven't kept any. I haven't found. I know I might have. Oh, sorry. I think I kept 2, but they were both 270 degree. With some on the opposite side to it, but they weren't the full 360 both sides. So I found 2 plus these 5, so that's 7. I mean, this is in one hit from Willy's for $20 with 5s, you know. This is really the extreme rare of getting 6 here. I don't think you're going to find 6 all the time. It's just luck, real luck. And on top of that, an extremely hard one to find, extremely hard. Both sides 360 degree inner rim error, planchet damage. When you find them, you'll know. Look at my 1999 close-up video, you'll see the 2008s, you'll see it all nice and close, and you'll know what to look for and what they look like. So yeah, it's very nice. That leaves me these 2 coins. And these 2 coins are, well, I've never found any coins like this, except for 2-cent pieces, and that would be the 1967, I think it is. Yeah, 1967, and the 1968 2 cents. Now, I wonder how many people out there know what was so significant on those 2 coins that are worth big money. What happened on those 2 coins? Well, what happened on those 2 coins was the SD for Stuart Devlin was missing. And they're worth mega dollars. And guess what I found? 2 2005-cent pieces. I'm going to do these up close. And unbelievable, no SD at all, no scratching, No hits, no worn, scrubbed off, no nothing. Just purely like the SD on the 67 and 68. Dye fill to its max. And just completely filled them up. And that's what this is. You've got dye fill has happened on the SD and just on the edge here. So just around that inner bit there was grease and whatever in there. It's minted everything else beautiful, except for there. And it's SD-less. And this one exactly the same. And when I turn it over, both of them, to correspond with that dye being greased on one side, it also on the other. So it's just been rubbed down, you know, rubbed under, and they've both gone down to the bottom. And so there's, I can see here, there's, you know, struck through dye fill, just on the edge there. Just a little, just on the E's missing just a bit there. And it corresponds. All nice, clean, all clean. Just very weak E top there, which coincides with the other side. And so there was obviously bit more on this side, but on the other side there's nothing there for it to fill, so it's a bit hard to tell how much it really got, but it filled the E a little bit in the top of the L. And these are excellent. I haven't had no real clean, no SD, like as if it wasn't in the dye. Okay, so here we go with the two 2005 5-cent pieces that are missing their SDs. So right underneath that curve there on the 5, there should be an SD right here, but there's nothing. It's all filled. Beautiful. Show you the other one. There. Oh, I can see just there, you can just see the little bit of top of the S, just a fraction. Anyway, they're missing their SDs. That one, yeah, 90%, 95%, and this one's missing it. You can see a little bubble there, but I don't think that's the S. I think that's just a mark there. That's completely clean. They're very nice. The SD's missing by eye. They just look like a real nice coin, but the SD. And very rare to find. I'll show this one up close. No, because you can look at my 1999 video on that, close up on the 10-cent. And if you watch videos where I found them in there, I'll probably show. I'll show. They'll be in there too as close-ups. So that's why you got to watch my videos, because I put stuff in every one of them that's not in another one. So that I've done these as a separate close-up video. The large SD variety, 91, 92, 93, 94s, large SD, and of course you can see those ones there. So I'll do close-ups of the two 2005 missing SDs, no SD, large head 2001, all spaced IRB, and plus I've got the other ones I've done close-up on to the 20 cents and the 50 and the dollar. So that brings me to a huge end on that. For a small amount of cash, there's a lot of coins in there. So there's 670 coins in total. I kept 32 coins for a massive $7.60. That thing there, that double-sided 2008 is worth more than that, let alone anything else that's on here. Alright, so there's always money in money. You find them, and then it's up to you out there and whatever to work out how you're going to get rid of them or trade them. That's not up to me. You got to learn yourselves. I can't. I'm showing you what to do, what to collect, what you can make money from if you're listening, and that's up to you guys then to, you know, I'll lay it out for you to play that. You've got to work that out yourself. I can't throw everything to you. It's different things for different people, and it's massively hard to explain to people how about selling coins. It really is. It's extremely hard. I couldn't tell you because every person's different. Yeah, so look for these ones. Some nice coins in there, very hard ones to find. So anyway, till next time, thanks for watching, and just remember, jot it all down, what I'm saying, and till my next video, thanks a lot, and bye-bye.